MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Straight ahead is Hall. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. This completes to Corley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Now Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Rodgers to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. That's who is going to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down and 6 now. And now an audible here into something else. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. There, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Rodgers now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, this offense is wasting no time getting into the flow of the game. They've come out throwing. 2 quick completions have this defense on their heels as they're already across midfield and driving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tua. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down and 3. Now Tua going to change the play. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Williams being motion left. Now Rodgers steps away to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Nifty move as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
There's Hall bringing in another one. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. off of play action. Tagovailoa. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
That one taken in by Corley.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Now Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
To throw is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Why can't we score?
Second and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So a victory here for the